Good morning. Good morning. And let me just open chat. Get chat out here. Pop out. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I think that's sorted. Okay, now, yeah, what are we doing? I think I was making the super bird, right? Yes. I also thought about what I can do for the duck. But let's get this going. And why is my inspector dead? Oh, I just didn't have anything selected. Let's just do this. Open project and do a Open C# project. And there we go. Ready to rumble. Okay, so if I remember, okay, we can look at it from here. Alright, so we were working on this. Now, I'm thinking about this. I'm considering whether or not I want these sparks to twirl like this. Let's duplicate them. Okay, let's stop that one. You know what? I'm gonna actually hide that one. Okay, then we're gonna look at this one. I'm gonna try something. I have the backup if I fail miserably. Okay, so I think it's velocity over time, right? Maybe? Okay, yeah, there's like an orbital offset. Don't know what this actually does. Okay. That seems about what I was expecting. Okay, what is the shape? Oh, it is a cone. Okay, what if we shape the cone angle a little? Let's make it like 10. Okay, so there's this. I kind of want them to do a little bit of rotating and then go straight up. I don't know how exactly that would work. What happens if I put a Y orbital? Interesting. And a X orbital. Interesting. What if we put 1 to -1? What will that look like? One and -1. A little bit more frantic. Hey. Okay. Alright, that puts it all going to a side. This will probably also go to a side. What if we gave these between 2? Now we make it negative 2 to 2. And then make this one 2 to 5. Is that too hectic now, probably? I'm just playing around, right? So it's okay. Radial. Wonder what this does. Ew, interesting. That's quite a... Huh. Okay. Yeah, this gives them drag. Okay, okay. Let's try something. 5. Negative 5. Yeah, it's not really... That's not really very good. That doesn't look too bad. What if I do negative 8? Yeah, probably keep the twirl, right? I think the twirl is good. What else? Color by speed, size by speed. Rotation over lifetime, I think. That'll make the particles actually turn around. Yeah. Okay, let's go with that. Now let's see. All right, so what we want, we want a couple of stuff. So I'm just gonna put that spark there because I think it looks a little bit better. Now, what we were busy doing yesterday and what I wanted to get to was trying to apply or change the amount of particles based on the strength, right? Okay, yeah, so we should change the particle effect in general. So there's a couple of ways we could do that. I guess we could change the speed and the amount of particles, and that should look pretty good. And then we want to reduce the strength as well, so make it go slower, etc. as we go there. And also, when we set active this one at the end, I kind of feel like we could do a little bit better with how we get rid of it, right? Yeah, so let's get into it. So we apply the passive strength. You know what? We could just make a quick private void change or modify particles, right? And we can call this, and now we can just have a switch. I never remember how to put a okay, so switch, we want to look at our strength. Wait, I'm sure it's just called strength. Total strength. Oh, okay. Total strength. Okay. Default break. Okay, so then we have case. Okay, let's think. How do I want to think about this? Let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential cases, right? The one of the cases would be 0, I guess. That makes sense. Okay, then we need to think about what the strength value actually represents. Right, so the strength that we get, so we add it together from this event. Let's just make sure what we actually get from this thing. Okay, I guess we get a raw strength value. Yeah, so it's a float like 0.1 or 0.2 or something like that. Which is okay, and it's kind of annoying, if I'm completely honest. Because I kind of want it to be a big number. So what I could do, I guess, is I could just add this times 100, right? And when I subtract it times 100. And then at least in here, it's a percentage, right? So even if I get a float, I'm making it a percentage of some sort. Okay. Alright, so let's see. So we have our cases. So 0. Let's call it 50%. Right. 100. 150 and 200. Now, I don't know how easily these are to obtain, really. It's a little bit difficult for me to really think about this. But okay, we can try it. Okay, so let's see. When the case is 0, right, so when we get to, you know, no strength, okay, these would be exact numbers. I don't know if I'd like that. So we might want to do comparison statements here instead. If it's less than or equal to 0. Right, we can do that, right? Do I need... Okay. So less than equal to 0. We do that. Do we just do less than equal to... So between 0 and 50... Okay, maybe we do anything greater than 0 instead, right? And anything greater than 50. You see, it doesn't like that. Okay. It'll never go past. Okay, so we have to do less than equal to 0. Anything less than 50. Anything less than 100. Anything less than 150. Anything less than 200. Okay, so it'll kind of come in, and if it's less than 0, it'll stop. If it's less than 50, meaning there is an effect, but it's not that powerful, we do something. If it's greater than 50, but less than 100, we do something. 200. And I guess we can have one more case, which is like the maximum case. Oops. Anything greater than 200, right? Let's do greater than and equal 200. Okay, so if it's less than 0, we essentially want this to happen, right? We want the Superbird effect to just be switched off. Right, that's an easy one. Now for the other ones, we wanna get things like this, the velocity. Okay, so let's think about it. This was just me testing stuff. So what we can do, and let's get everything that we might want to change for the particles. Right, so we have our light columns and our spiral sparks. Okay. So we can do here, private. I think it's a float. Light column. Okay, column speed. All right. Can I do then? Okay. does this work? Light. Yes, we need to set this to something or get the variable. Okay, that's not gonna work exactly. So we could do, no, private var light column speed, right? Okay, only a local variable declaration works that way. Okay, so what exactly does this return? It returns a speed modifier. Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah, okay, this is gonna be annoying. Okay, so we kind of need... We can either do this every single time and then set it over here to whatever. So every time we call modify particles, we grab a reference to the thing we want to modify, because we can only grab it locally and then set it to something. We can't just have a reference necessarily. I mean, that's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. So, for instance, what we could do here is we can have that one. Okay. And we can delete these. Okay, so if you think about it, so this is the light columns speed. The other ones we want to change. Okay, so that would be this one, right? Aura. And we grab velocity over lifetime. Now for these sparks, we want to also grab velocity over lifetime, right? So it's the same thing. So we can do var sparks speed equals to spiral sparks speed modifier, so something like that, right? Okay, so that'll change the speed, but I also want to do var sparks amount. So we want to go spiral sparks dot emission. Okay, so let's just see how the emission works for this one exactly. Okay, so we just have rate over time. Dot rate over time. Okay, so those are the three things I think we can kind of work with here. Right, and then in each case we want to make them some value. Do we just want to make it a multiplier of some sort? That would be easier. Float effect multiplier. I wanna... Yeah, so maybe we want to make it a multiplier instead. those two, it kind of makes sense. Okay, so we can just do all of them as a multiplier instead. Okay, so if it's less than 50, we can do effect multiplier equals, I don't know, 0.2. Right, something like that. And then this one can be... Okay, I'm going to do this simply. Yeah, so we'll just go up in increments of 25. This is 1F, and then finally, if it's even greater, we'll go to 1.5, right? So like the final one. And then at the end, yeah, we can do light column speed equals effect multiplier. Okay. Must be because it doesn't have a starting value. Okay, so we set it to 0. Okay. Sparks speed. I think this is gonna be fine. Right, something like that. Okay, now we just have to modify particles, so we actually don't need to call this. So we can call modify particles over here, and I guess over here. When we apply, and every time I want to reduce the effect. Yeah, I mean, I could just get rid of this and just call modify particles if I wanted. Okay. So I need to test this out in some way. I think also what I'm gonna do... Okay, I also want to do a debug.log, and I want to log... Okay, so this is the Ranger passive strength. Plus total strength. I just want to see it go up and down. Okay, so when it's less than 0, obviously. Like, I want to see what the actual total strength is as it goes up and down, I think. And that was probably dumb of me. Yeah, why did I do that? Yeah, we could just do one debug log. So every time we modify the particles, we'll see what the strength is, and we should be able to guess the effect multiplier. Okay, now importantly, the particles will be modified, and then the player feedback will start. So yeah, that seems good. Another thing I think is I want to make sure this is not active at start. And then just make sure everything goes play on awake. Play on awake, yes, that's good. Okay, now all of these effects should scale. I'm not sure about the sparks though. Let's just make sure the sparks. Scaling mode, hierarchy. and the aura scaling mode hierarchy. Just because we obviously have the... Ooh, you know what we should also do? I think that'll be kind of cool. So this experience gain one, right? I actually want it to have more particles as well. Depending on the strength. Right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's say... we'll do... Okay, we have the spiral sparks. We have the... charge... sparks. Okay, wait, no. This one's a little bit different. This one we only want to have do something. Okay. Yeah, I think the charge sparks, we don't want every time we modify the particles. But obviously the first time we apply the passive, we want to know the strength. And then the charge sparks should be set based on that. Okay, what if we had this thing return a float? Right. And then we just return our effect multiplier at the end, right? So then we can do float effect multiplier equals modify particles, and then right here we can do charge okay, something like that. So we set our charge sparks amount to what we want it to be, and we play this. So we don't need to grab the float, but we can if we want to know what it is for some other reason. Okay, that should work out. Yeah, okay, and I think... Okay, let's just recompile. I think because it's a multiplier, it'll just, you know, make it more. Oh, wait, yeah, we might want... do we want the base to be 25% lower? Well, that's a good question. So the emission currently is... Oh wait, it's a burst. That makes sense. Okay, we need to change this. Yeah, so it's not rate over time multiply, it's burst count. So we want to multiply this. something like this. And I guess we want to cast it as an integer. Right, so we start with a burst count of 15, that's the base, and then we go up 25, 50% extra, 75, double. Okay. We can even do 10, I guess. Yeah, let's start with 10. Okay, so we set the burst count. Oh no, not the... Oh damn, okay, we need to do set bursts. Particle system. Okay, so this is a bit weird. Let's just see. Particle system. You see, burst.count. I want this to be equal to this thing. Okay, then charge spark dot emission dot set burst index, well, 0 I guess, and we just put in burst here. Okay, we'll see how that looks. Yeah, so we create a burst first, and then we set it. Now I don't know if that is going to do exactly what I think it is, but the count, cycles, probability, I didn't change any of that, so I hope they are still correct. I don't actually know how this is going to shake out. Okay, we also... I don't think we want to play these on awake, right? No, I think I play them with my particle system. Yeah. So no playing on awake, I guess. Okay, charge spark, so this is the experience gain one. Okay, I think that's everything. Yeah, so let's test a little bit. So, we'll go with Okay, I think I'm gonna change my team here. Yeah, I just want a bunch of robins. We can get one chicken, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Just clear the console. Okay, so we want all the robins to give me their strength. Now, just to simulate this, I'm gonna have them have different strength values. So we're gonna have 0.61. So we have 0.3, 0.6, and let's give you 0.9. Right, so what I'm hoping is, obviously each of them will have a different strength amount, and we can see a big bang at the start and then ramping down, right? So let's see what happens. So we play. Okay, so we should get at 5 seconds. Okay. Okay, our strength values were interesting. Okay, so let's see. So our passive strength. The total strength is a massive number. Okay. So that's weird. So do we already get it as a percentage? Very possible. Okay, what is this? Okay, that's our new attack speed. So 45, 135, 270. And then our strength goes from 270. What's this? 225? New attack speed, okay. Okay, maybe I shouldn't. Okay, I shouldn't multiply it by 100. That's clear. Okay, so that's the first thing that's obvious. This is not necessary. The strength is coming through as a percentage already. So that's not a thing. And then I think I don't want to. Okay, let's clear that. Let's stop that. I think the strength is too high currently, so I'm just gonna keep the strengths as is and give them longer base times. Right, so the times are longer, and at least that way I can see the ramp down, right? Even though the interval or the amount it ramps down by won't be insane. Because the strength values are low, it's going to be a shallow staircase, but I want to see the staircase happen. Okay, so we want all three of these. So let's just go in here. The first one will keep standard, 4 seconds. The second one will do, I guess, 6 seconds. And the last one will be 8 seconds, right? Okay, and we keep the strength as is. Okay, so let's see. Okay, So if we pause here, we can see 45, 90, 135. Okay, so it was a 45% increase. That's because they already have a 50% base strength. Well, the base strength is 30%, but they have a 50% multiplier, right? So it's 45, 90, 130. So we got a 135 strength. Okay, now as it goes down, let's just go check. So 135. So we are less than. So our effective multiplier is 0.75. Okay, so we should have 75% of the total amount of anything. Let's see if that worked. So we look at the Ranger status effect. Right, so we have our Super Bird effect here. So this should have... I kind of don't see it. The rate over time is still 50. So I believe the amount of particles should have been, yeah, sparks amount. We have an effect multiplier. So I'm not actually sure if we'd be able to see it in the inspector like that. Maybe if we put it in debug mode, we can. Yeah, so let's look at emission enabled. Rate over time. I mean, that doesn't really tell me much. What about velocity? Speed modifier. Okay, so it doesn't seem like anything has changed, right? Let's look at our experience gain. So this burst, let's make it normal again. So this emission, 17 particles. So that did work, right? Because it's normally only 10 particles. Right, let's just go look at the math quickly. So setting the burst like that worked perfectly, right? Because we had effect multiplier. Okay, so that came back as 0.75. Right, because we had less than 150, so it returned 0.75 plus 1, so 75% above 10, so that would be 17.5. It obviously only uses an int, so we got 17 particles. Okay, so that's perfect. That works out. The others, yeah, so we had this one where we had the speed, the velocity. Yeah, I don't know. I think we need to change the speed multiplier directly. Yeah, because I don't think the thing I changed did anything. Okay, and we can see when it goes down. Yeah, I couldn't tell that it was stepping down. It's not a massive step, right? It's only 25%, but yeah, we should have gone from 135 to 90 to 45, right? So we should have gone from 75%. Oh, we should actually gone less than, yeah, so 75%, so 135, then 50, and then 25 and then off, but I didn't see that at all. Like, this is halving the particles, right, from like 50 to 25. I should definitely be able to see that amount of change, theoretically anyway. Alright. So this is not doing anything. So let's do speed modifier alone and rate over time straight like that, right? So we do speed modifier, rate over time. Okay. So the okay, and this one also speed modifier. So if you think about these, we set them equal to the effect multiplier. That should be fine for the speed multipliers. The amount, though, not so much. So what we can do here is multiply this by like 50, right? Because that's our base amount of particles. So then we just... that should work out. Spark amount... So it's a particle system min-max curve, particle system emission module, rate of time. Yeah, so this should change, I hope. Okay, let's give it a play. This is quite an annoying bug with the cursor. Okay. Okay, let's just clear this. Let's change to the chicken, get them all selected. Okay, so we'll do 4. Alright, let's do 4, 8, and 12. So it should be quite obvious. Okay, then we can play. Let's see. Okay, let's pause it right there. And look at the particles again. So the experience gain emission, perfect. Okay, then the Superbird aura. So let's see our velocity over time. So the speed modifier was not changed. That's pretty annoying. And then I suppose the velocity over time for this thing also just exactly the same. And the emission, which is the rate over time, also didn't change, right? And if I play this, nothing. Well, that's unfortunate. I wonder why. I can definitely feel my attack speed getting lower. Right, so that part works. But yeah, we're having trouble visualizing it, right? Now, I wonder if we did... Okay, so... Okay, we can't modify this, okay? Okay, what if we did particle system dot velocity over lifetime module? Okay, whatever, we do that. Right, and then we do velocity over lifetime module dot speed modifier equals effect a multiplier. And then we do light columns dot velocity over lifetime equals the velocity over lifetime module. Okay, this gets the module. Okay, dot set. This is so weird. Okay, let's do light column speed. Okay, I'll get rid of this for now. What if we do light column speed equals velocity over lifetime module? Yeah, the problem with this is get a velocity over lifetime module, but I kind of first I wanna not create a new one. I wanna do something like this, I guess. Set it equal to the light column's velocity over lifetime. Then change the speed to the effect multiplier. Then set it back equal again. Maybe that's how you do it. This seems very unnecessary, but I don't know what else to do because it doesn't seem to like what I'm doing anyway. So, I mean, okay, so basically we want the speed multiplier to be 75, right? I mean, let's just try it. Okay, so if we switch on the passives for all the robins and we play. Okay, I selected a robin this time. Okay. Let's pause and let's just go check out the Ranger status effect, the glow effect, specifically the aura, right? This one. So if we look at the velocity of lifetime. Okay, so that worked somehow. Okay, so now it is 75%. Okay, so I guess at least I have an idea now how this can work. Okay, it's a little weird. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, right? I'm gonna do light column velocity and sparks velocity. I'm gonna get rid of the speed modifiers there. So we're just gonna get a reference to each of those multipliers, right? Okay, then what we're gonna do over here. So that is just getting the reference, right? So then we can create this we're gonna go light velocity and sparks. Right, we do something like that. And then we do... So we get new modules or new references to a module. We set them equal. We modify them. And then we set them back. So light columns velocity equals light velocity over time module. Sparks velocity equals sparks velocity over time module. So we create a new module, copy all the values in, change it, reset it, or set it back. Okay, so this one, we get an emission. So we'll call this spark emission. Emission. Okay, and then over here, instead of this, we want to basically do particle system dot emission module, and then we can do sparks emission module equals spiral sparks dot emission, right? So we grab it. Okay, then we do sparks emission module dot rate equals effect multiplier times 50. All right, let's just okay, wait, it's rate over time, right? So effect multiplier times 50. And then finally we do sparks emission equals sparks emission multiplier. Okay, so that should work now. Okay. How much do we want these to change? Yeah, I don't know about the actual mounts here, but if this at least works, that's like 90% of the flippin' 90% of the battle won. Okay, so we want to check now whether or not it goes back down. So we know at least we can affect them this way. Now let's go and test the ramping. Let's see if it ramps correctly. Okay, so we want... What? I don't think I clicked outside of the screen. Maybe it was still instantiating or starting up the game or something weird. Who knows? Okay. Now we can clear that. So we want all 3 robins. We want to play with the chicken, I guess. And let's just make sure this is like 8 seconds and this one's 12. So we can clearly see the differences. The strength values point... So it's 45% each. Yeah, it's okay for now. So just clear everything. Okay. First, I'm just going to check if I can see it visually happen, right? Okay, so we have a bunch of sparks. It's all good. Oh, we have less sparks. Even less sparks. No more sparks. Okay, that's perfect. So it actually works quite well. We can definitely see the change. As it goes down. Okay, so now what we can do is we can increase the strength to like 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, let's say. Let's just clear this. Okay, let's wait for it to run out. Okay, clear it. Okay, now let's see. Okay, yeah, we are crazy powerful right now. Okay, there we lose some of our oomph. Lose a bit more. And it's done. Okay, that's pretty good. Now the only thing, okay, so the flying sparks do well. But the light columns, they're not very impactful. Maybe I need to change that. Yeah, maybe I need to change that actually. So let's go into the character. So let's see Aura 3 over here. Let's just show this. Okay. So if we play this, okay, so that's what it looks like now. If we go velocity over lifetime, and you know, even if we change this, yeah, it needs to be in the realm of like 7 or 8 before we can actually see anything here. Okay, so let's say with a velocity of 1, so this is base level. We have a very low linear velocity here. So let's make this 5 and 1, for instance. Okay. So that would be a velocity of 1. If this is 0.25, looks kind of like what it did. 5, 7, 5, 1, 1.25, 1.5. Yeah, so I think that's better. I might even change this a little bit more to like maybe we make the minimum a bit higher, like 3 to 6 might look a bit more better. I wonder what radial does for these. That's not bad. I think just a little bit is good. Yeah. Yeah, exit prefab mode. Let's just give it a go. Let's give it a good old play, shall we? Oh, negative 50. Oh, okay, yeah, that was because I ran out of stamina there. Okay, so we'll select the chicken. Let's make it 0.5 base strength. Just, you know, make it more obvious. 0.5 and 12, I guess. Yeah, we select all their passives, play. Okay, so now that should be a little bit more glowy. Oh yeah, now we're glowing a lot more. It goes down. Goes down some more, and then it's done. Okay, that seems... That's not so bad. I think we got a pretty good looking effect going on here. Yeah. Okay. So the next thing is if we combine the effects, right? So if we get the chicken to do his thing on top of everything else, it's gonna look interesting. Let's just see what it looks like. It doesn't look that bad. Okay, if we increase the chicken's strength to like 1 and base duration to 10. Okay, the particles are bigger, so that's good. That's what's kind of my problem previously. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm happy with that, mostly. Okay, we have a few more things we need to look at, like a good sound effect. And we might change the color a bit for the chicken, let's say, so that we can see a difference between the effects, maybe. Right, because the glow effect currently is very much the same color as far as I'm aware. Yeah, so we have this glow effect, which is different from the one we have. So, you know, we could... What is a good color for the chicken effect? Something more red? Perhaps. Oh geez, there's a lot of stuff to change in here. Bunch of ribbons and stuff. I don't think you can do multiple particles like this. No, it seems like you can. Okay, these two, make them red. Okay, and then we just have the lights. We can make them red. We can make these red. The bubbles need to be red. Okay. And then we have this enhance buff thing. Oh wait, yeah, no, I don't use this one at all. Don't worry about it. Yeah, okay. Did I accidentally remove something? Yeah, what did I do? I might have. This experience gain. Ah, okay, it's using the Ranger particle system. I guess it doesn't really matter which one it uses, but that is unfortunate. And then the level up, I guess, is also the Rangers. Yeah, I did an oopsie there. Okay, I'm gonna go take a quick bathroom break, grab some more coffee, and I'll be right back. Be right back here. Let's do that. Back. Alright. Alright, so we have this red effect now. Okay, so I kind of messed up, but I guess I got these two effects mixed up a little bit. Let's duplicate them. And let's move these ones back to over there. Right, and now these ones, I want them to be... so if we look at the... let's see, charge spark, so that's the experience gain. I want it to be that one. Okay, and then on this thing... Okay, this needs to be these particles, and this one... Yeah, needs to be these particles, right? There we go. And now these ones... Yeah, it's not that much. We can make them a little redder. Let's see, so just slightly more red than orange. And I think that'll be fine. That's all of them, and then these can make them much redder as well. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit of a red tint. Same with that. Same with that. I think those other ones we can see there, that's for the... that's actually the... I think it's one of these two. Okay. I think we got it. At least for the coloring. Now, for the sound, I think I want to rework the way I did the sound here. Because yeah, I think I want to do it in the sound manager, to be honest. And I want to make a... yeah, I kind of want to do it the way I do most of my other sounds. So let's see. So we have... but I guess we're just going to make it like one of these. Okay, so this is going to be the play... power up sound, right? And we can give it a target and a volume, that's fine. And we want to go to our audio clip SO, and we actually want a sound effect for this. Okay, so explosion, stone, blah blah blah. Yeah, let's just copy one. And this is gonna be power up sounds. Okay, we can save that. And yeah, in here we want sound manager to play power up sounds dot power up sounds. Give it a target, position, and volume, and that should be okay mostly. I guess priority should be pretty high. Right, this is like a cool sound that happens. We don't want it to be not played. Yeah. I think I want to do that. Okay, so we just need to get all our sound clips. Now, if I'm correct, I put them into a audio player thingy. Yeah, this magic shine light spell. Okay, so I want to keep those. Yeah, I kind of want to reuse these for all my power-up sounds. So... just do that, power up. And we go paste them in here. Right, so something like that. And now actually I want to... Yeah, this is always a pain. So I need to go grab my scriptable object with audio clips, lock it in place, and make these a little smaller. Okay, and there should be a new power up sound thing over here. Yeah, so we want to get that one. Now we have to go back to our power up. Grab them all, stick them in there. Okay, so now we have 5 variations on the power-up sounds, right? Okay, that's good. Okay, when we play the power-up sound, we obviously give it a target of volume. Should we give it a pitch as well? I guess so. Yeah. I think I want to. Okay. We'll do something like that. Now, instead of us playing the power-up sound over here, let's see, where do I do that? So... for the night specifically, or the night effect. So I have this audio source. So along with the particles, it'll play the power-up sound, right? Yeah. Okay. So I don't want that. So I want to go into my night passive here, and let's see. Okay, here when I play the feedback, yeah, you can see I do a lot of dumb stuff here to get the cast audio to work. But actually, what I should do is soundmanager.instance.play power up sound, right? And we should play it where we are. Float volume. Okay, so we could just do a random dot range, right? And we just do from 0.35 F to 0.4 F, right? Just something like that, and then pitch. I guess it's another random range. Can't remember what I set it to, so let's just go see. I mean, this is very nice, 0.7 to 0.9. It's nice that you could set it up here, but like it gets a bit weird with how you want to manage the sounds. So 0.7 to 0.9, right? So now we don't need to have this cast audio thing. And in fact, we can just... yeah, we could just delete this entirely. Right, we don't need to get the audio source or anything like that. We just play the sound through our sound manager like we do with most things, right? Okay. Alright, here we have a similar thing happening. So we could just do soundmanager.play instance.play sound, right? Yeah. And what we do is we give it a position, just transform dot. Okay, so this volume 0.35 f pitch. Yeah, we want a random range for the pitch, apparently. Finally, priority 0. Audio clip array. But that is what I gave it. So I'm a bit confused now. Oh, it's a list. Oh. Should be like that. Yeah, now we play it. So we could do play sound if we really wanted. We can put the rumble sounds in a different place as well. This works, but at least we use our sound manager now. So what that means is this volume, like if we go to the the sound value, we still have this volume, right? And it passes the volume through to play sound. But play sound always takes into account the global sound effect volume. So it's going to work out in the end. Okay. Okay, let's save. I don't know if my rumble sounds might have been lost when I changed it from a list to an array. Which would be unfortunate, but let's see. Hopefully I can find them again. I can't remember which ones I used. I think it was the earth sounds. Okay, now it kept the rumble sounds. Okay, cool. So the rumble sounds are still there. That's good. This audio source then is no longer required, right? We can remove that component. And in here we can also get rid of the audio source. Like so. Because nothing needs it anymore. Audio is managed with the sound manager in this case. so we can get rid of that. Okay, it's a little annoying to do it like this. I would actually think it's better to do it still in my sound manager if I want to balance anything. Because balancing this now with all the other sounds is a bit weird. But I guess I give it a volume from here as well, so... Meh, we'll see how it goes, right? Okay, now what we can do, which is kind of cool, is we can just grab this and go to the Ranger. And just before we do the feedback, we just copy and paste that same thing. Now we can think about how we want to change the volume, but I think the volume is fine. We might want to make it a slightly higher pitched sound for the Ranger. And then that's good enough, if you ask me. Okay, we might need another sound effect here. We'll see about that. Yeah, we probably will need another sound effect potentially. Well, we can do that later. Okay, what else do I want to do? I want to test this to see if it works, obviously. Oh yes, and I wanted to go to my MMF player here and remove this audio source thing. Remove. Okay, so now we shouldn't have any audio sources floating around in here. No, we don't. Good. Okay. I think that is good. We can give it a quick test. Just, play each of them and see how it looks and sounds. Okay, we'll just start playing. So let's do one of the robins. Okay, that's good. And then we can do one of the knight. And then we can do them both together. Okay, let's do them all. So now we'll have two sound effects playing. I don't know if that's going to be bad. Okay, that kind of worked out. Very good. There's an interesting thing happening with my scale. It seems like I go too small if I go back. Let's just see if I'm hallucinating that. Okay, so we go up 40%. Okay. I was probably hallucinating it. Okay, I know, it's fine. It's just my imagination. Okay, but that's good. So now we've got 3 passive effects essentially sorted, I think. I don't think there's anything else I'd like, and the red and yellow, they kind of blend together well. We could make the ranger have a green one instead if we really wanted, I guess. One of the effects are not playing exactly at the same time. I wonder if that is the... I think it's the robin. Let's see the chicken. I think the chicken goes well. Yeah, that's good. The robin seems to lag. Or it's just a little bit janky. Let's see. Yeah, it kind of just appears out of nowhere. Okay. So we could improve that. Let's think about it. So we have our glow effect, right? Which does a lot of stuff, but it's essentially the super bird effect. So what we could try, I guess, is instead of just setting it active, we can also change the scale, maybe. So it doesn't just pop in, it kind of comes in. If that makes any sense. Why do I have a... Okay, let's remove the audio source. We didn't go that way. So I have a holding pause here for the particles. Of 1 second. I don't know if... Maybe I didn't want that to be 1 second. Might be that, actually. I think it might have just been that. That made it a little bit weird. Huh, I might have missed that. I think it defaults on 1 second. And I didn't notice that, so let's just play it again and see what it looks like without that. Not sure. Maybe it's okay. That's a weird one. Wait. I wanted it to wait for the particles, but particles don't have a playtime. Ah, that's right. Okay, let's do 0.5 maybe. Maybe that looks okay. Give the particle some time to just get in there. Ah, okay. Now I see now why it was 1 second. Okay. One second might be too much still, but let's just see. Okay, I'm gonna make it like 0.9, I think. 0.85, right? Let's just... Okay, so it's to wait for the particle system to just finish playing. Or do most of its things, yeah, and that's why I'm holding. Yeah, because the particles technically do need to play, and then we play the other things, and we set it active. Yeah, the level up. Now, we can actually just declare a duration of the particles. That's right. We don't need the holding pause to have a pause time. I wonder if we can do... If we should scale it in. Or something like that. I don't know, it's a bit jank. It's not super polished. So, what we could do is we could do a scale. Game object? Where is this? Hello? Ah, there we go. Game object. Set active. Ugh, I'm completely... How did I do the scaling for the night? I just had a scale. MMF scale. Yeah. Don't need a property, you need a scale. I just can't see it, that's the problem. This is terrible. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in game object, right? It has to be. Oh, maybe it's transform. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, I want to do scale. There's a lot of other ones we could try, but okay, let's try scale for the... Okay, and we want to do scale of our Superbird, right? Okay, let's just switch off the other ones. Uniform scaling. We don't want additive play. Determine scale on play. Okay, how do we want this? Absolute scale. Yeah, that's okay. And the curve. Well, let's see. No, we don't want that. We just want it to go up to 1 and then stay there. Right. Scale duration 0.5. Okay, so now it will set active and scale at the same time. So it'll scale up from 0 every single time, and it's an absolute scale. I think, yeah, I think this is, yeah, okay, so we want the 0 at 0 and the 1 at 1. Right, and I think an absolute scale is exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah. Now, it could be nice if we scale it out as well. Maybe. Okay, but let's just see what the scale in looks like. And then maybe we can do a scale out as well. But the scale in, yeah, the incoming animation was kind of shit, so let's fix that one. And we can see the rest. Okay, so let's say we have all our Robin passives engaged. Okay. Okay, it's very subtle. But I don't think it's bad. Yeah, I think it's good that way. And if we put the knight passive on as well. And let's hit this thing a little bit, see what happens. There we go. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. That's just a small little tweak, but I think it gives you a better idea. Well, not a better idea, it's a small polish, right? Small polish is good sometimes. We don't need to do big polish every time. Small polish in this case was good enough. Obviously in the future we might want to do other effects on top of these, like screen shakes or whatever, but for now I think these are good enough. You'll get the idea at least, and then, you know, polishing is one of those things that you could do forever. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna call the stream there, actually, guys. Yo, Y Lantern. Yeah, sorry, man. I have a ton of other work to do. It's gonna be a working Saturday for me, unfortunately. And I don't want to stream for 6 hours and then I'm, you know, kind of broken and I can't do my other work properly. It's unfortunate, but I got something done today. So we got we can do a quick playthrough to see how this all comes together, right? And then I'm gonna call it. So let's do a playthrough from the start. Okay, I just need to stop the music because the game music's gonna play. So we have 3 characters that have working passive abilities. The next one is the duck. That's quite an undertaking, so that's why I don't want to really start it right now. So we need at least these 3. I will take the duck. He can be our gopher. Okay. Just unlock a couple of these rooms. Get the blacksmith open. There we go. Let's get a... Okay, I'm just unlocking everything now. Okay, who do we want to play with? I think let's grab the duck. He can go and run around. Oh, you know what? Let's grab the robin. Yeah, because the robin... Get them. Get them, Mr. Owl. Hit them with your massive fireballs. Ooh, that was a strange sound effect. Okay, let's see what we got. Passive strength plus 200% right off the bat. Let's go. More attack speed. Don't mind if I do. Movement speed's pretty good. And some armor would not be a bad idea. And health, why not? Okay, Mr. Owl, what do you want to do? Let's give you some stamina. Your stamina's terrible. Wisdom, okay. Max health, why not? Chicken, damage 100%, always. Attack speed, very good. We could do lifesteal, I guess, and more attack speed. I like this. I like where we're going with this. Passive strength, armor, damage, pretty good. Okay, this thing gives us luck and scavenging at the cost of armor and health regen. That seems like something the duck can use. Okay, let's put everybody else in a chair. Get the duck out there. Where's the other totem? Am I dumb? Oh, there it is. Wow. Get off me. Yeah, no, these guys do a lot of damage. Okay. Attack speed for the owl, why not? Let's see. Critical chance? Wow. There's so many things not balanced in this game, but anyway. Okay, what do we want to do here? Okay, so the duck needs to go to the spa, unfortunately. Let's see if the owl can make it happen. Damn, his attack speed is slow. Hey! Okay, these small lizards are a problem. No, we've done it. Yes, they do use the normal animator, I think. I might be wrong, because I don't know much. But I think it does. Yeah, just this one that you get here from animation. Yeah. Technically, I started the project... Damn! Okay, the duck is insane now. I started the project So the file, if you look at the start date of the file when I created the file, was November last year. But I wouldn't say I started working in November last year because I was still figuring out how to use Unity. So I made the file, then I did like tutorials for a few weeks, made tutorial projects, and then around, I would say January's probably a good start date for the actual game. More realistic start date at least. Damn! Okay. 200% passive strength. Okay. Another 200%. Okay, we've got 650 on the Robin, so we're just gonna stick her in the she's just basically gonna sit and observe the game from now on. She's not doing anything else. Okay, you know what? I think the owl's gonna do the same thing. It's all gonna come down to the duck and the chicken. I don't like this item at all. Let's give it to the duck. Hopefully it's not gonna bite me in the ass. Let's get some stamina regen, max stamina. Yeah, why not? I'm not really using the other rooms, but that's because nothing is balanced and you don't need to use the other rooms. Like, ideally, you would have to use the other rooms, because otherwise you're just not gonna make it, right? I mean, he's attacking quickly, but he's not doing a lot, eh? We desperately need a few damage upgrades for the chicken. He's not even one-shotting the small lizards. Get stung! Yeah, I definitely need to tweak the volume on the frogs. Still. They are too loud. Okay. Oh, more damage, yes please. More damage, yes please. I will give him some more armor. Lifesteal, why not? Okay, the owl doesn't really need anything, but okay. Okay, our duck should be nice and healthy again, so let's get him out there. Oh, damn. Okay, this is ridiculous. You know what? I think I changed my movement speed too much. Oh, it's that dumb item that reduces it to -50. Wow, this guy is powerful. He's just very slow, which is kind of annoying. Am I not dead? This is ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, so the items, I made them. Oh, wow. I'm literally getting... I made the items just to have them, and I never really spent any time trying to balance them. So some of them are actually very bad. Yeah, and I equipped a bad one on the duck for sure. Let's see. Max stamina, why not? Spell damage. Okay, we'll take the chicken out for a run. Because the duck he's just not that good right now. Yeah, he's a proper tank ninja. Except for his health regen is minus 140 for some reason. But you know how it goes. Yay! Okay, yeah, now these frogs are insane. Just relax. Okay, I need to get rid of some of these frogs. But we did make a new enemy, which is going to be our new ranged enemy. So we don't have to have this many frogs in the game. Because I don't think this is... I mean, it's fine for later levels, I guess. Yeah, okay. The sounds are way too many, right? I think I need to change the frogs to do the same thing. Well, I might just need much fewer frogs. I died. Fanny Slam. That's such a good name. Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay. We have a nav mesh problem. You know what? Let's grab our Robin and see what she can do. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There was like 1 second left in the round. Yeah, for crying out loud. Okay. Let's do some upgrades here on our chicken. And then... Ooh, more passive strength for the... whatever that thing is, the owl. Hey, Jerry. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's just grab the duck. It's gonna feel bad. Fanny Slam, you get how the survivor part works? Yeah, I mean, Survivor roguelike. Essentially, it's like a rotator, right? You play a run, you lose, you try again. Everything is reset to nothing. So you don't keep any of the stats. As far as I know, in comparison to something like a roguelite, there's obviously meta progression, but I don't have any meta progression. I don't know if that answers your question. Okay, playing a slow character feels terrible. Can't even see what's happening on the screen. That's... How am I not dying? Oh, it must be all the armor. Coming through. I'm gonna get you. Okay, let's just do that. I must say the performance is not bad. Like averaging 40 frames per second in Unity is not that terrible. If I make a build of this, it's probably going to be much better. The poor duck. He's having a bad time. Oh, jeez. Oh no, I'm out of stamina. Ah, just in time. Jerry, this is C# that I'm programming in right now for Unity. Okay, let's just get something in these guys. Don't really know what passive strength. Yeah, why not? Passive strength for the duck for some reason. Yeah, proper tank ninja. Doesn't even have to go anywhere. Do I think somebody finishing OC can land a job? It's difficult to say. Where are you from? Like, you know, there's a lot of factors that go into that. And also, it depends on what you produce, I think. I think at the end of the day, if you just if you just want to do OSU to learn something, that's great. Go learn something, right? If you want a job, you need to be able to show something. And just doing OSU doesn't give you anything to show, really. So you need to build some kind of a project or something along the way as you gain skills and familiarity with the different, software development principles. You should apply those to build, and don't just build it to do app like everybody builds it to do app. Like, build something cool and interesting that you're passionate about. And then when you get to the interview and you can actually talk about something passionately and not just, fumble your way through it, I think you can get somewhere. Also, OSU is very general, right? So it's a little bit of everything, right? Because it's software. It's computer science. It's not just software development, or if you understand what I mean, it's computer science. So you do a lot of math. You do a lot of. Something's not black here. Maybe I'm imagining things. I don't know. But anyway, so if you want a very specific thing to do, then something like a boot camp might be better. Like if you want to specifically get a job in web development or whatever. Like OSU could teach you something about web development, but it's not focused on that. So it's not like you're gonna be taught all the latest and greatest frameworks and whatever used in web development. Okay, something is not lacking here with my effects. I don't see them going away. Did I just get that strong? Yeah, why is this effect not going away? Yeah, Wild Anthony, you got it. Yeah, projects, good documentation, clean code. Oh, you have a club. Yeah. Yeah, I think that is the key, right? The projects are very important. And what I mean by project is not just the thing that you were supposed to build for the specific course, right? Like I did a lot of small games and little projects during OSU. But I mean, that's not my own thing. If you had to ask me about them now, and some of the challenges I faced and how I overcome them, I can't really tell you because it wasn't my project. It was just a thing I had to do for the course. Like, I'm not passionate about that at all. Every time I say, oh, so you think the rhythm game? Yes, like that takes me back. Okay, let's try something different. So this is the boss level, and then we're done, essentially, because the game breaks after that. Let's see what happens if we take the owl for a spin. Okay, seems like we have a null reference here. What exactly? Oh, it's the boss itself. Okay. What the hell was that? Okay, yeah, the errors are coming in thick and fast. There's a couple of problems in this level. Oh, geez, I'm dying. I didn't even realize that. Oh, damn, I died. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, let's get somebody else in here. Oh, jeez. Oh, look, he got his little thing out. What's that thing? A crossbow. I feel like I'm not gonna make this. I don't know why. I have this sneaking suspicion. Yep, I died. Okay, I see here's a bit of a bug here. Okay, so my robin is dead. And the chicken is bugged. Yeah, okay, this is a bug on the effect. Okay, there's a lot of problems right now. The boss level hasn't been done for a while. Oh, please, just die. The chicken does 13 damage a shot. He's never gonna get the boss killed. Oh no! Oh damn, we lost the chicken, guys. I guess we can try. Okay, let's try the duck. Can he do it? I don't think he can keep up with the boss. No, Mr. Duck. And then, okay, the game is broken on the boss level. So yeah, let's just ignore that one. Let's stop it right there. Yeah, okay, so I definitely have a lot of stuff to do on the boss level. The problem with the boss level is I get to it very seldomly. What are you saying, Wylanton? No personal projects that show you can take what you learned in class and use it to build something. What do you mean no personal projects? Are you agreeing with me when I said the classwork or the project that was assigned to you by your lecturer or whoever, that's not enough, right? Okay, yeah, no, absolutely. Like, just doing the bare minimum is never enough, right? Everybody goes through the bare minimum. You need to you need to build something, something new and unique. Something, you know. Well, it doesn't have to be even that unique, but you kind of have to build it from scratch on your own. And yeah, I mean, I haven't interviewed for software anything in my life because I'm a mechanical engineer, right? But my interviews as a mechanical engineer always went well because I was passionate about a project I've worked on and I could elaborate on what I did to solve specific problems. Right? I had very deep knowledge and about the problem because I was the one who solved it. It's like just telling somebody you worked on a project isn't enough if you can't then also passionately talk about what exactly you had to do and the math around it or whatever, you know? Man, I feel like that's something a lot of people miss. It's like, oh yeah, I was a project engineer for 10 years. Oh, cool. Yeah, what did you do? Yeah, no, I managed projects, you know. It's like, yeah, okay, but like yeah. Okay. I gotta go psych myself up for the rest of my day. I don't want to go work. I don't want to go work on the other nonsense that I have to go work on. But the other nonsense has to get done this weekend. So I kind of just have to get into it. Hopefully I can finish it today, and then tomorrow I can do a bit of a longer stream. We'll see how that works out for me. If I don't procrastinate too much. I might procrastinate a little. Hey guys, cheers. Have a good rest of your day. Let me do. What am I doing? This one. There we go. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you want to come hang out over the weekend. Bye-bye.